Well, welcome back. We finally made it to June 1st. And today will be the first of Montes June 12-12-20 series. 12 days, 12 lessons, 20 minutes a day. Day 1, June 1st, we're on page 1 and 2 of the packet. Okay? But before we start, we remember that every Monday is always shout out day. So today we've got our bell. And let's see who reached out to us last week. Okay? Reached out meant text, email, virtual class, all right? Submitted work. All right, and here we go. In period 3, we had Noah, Katie, Autumn, Grace, JC, Cadence, and Alyssa. Now you're going to see these stars starting to change colors. Grace has finished all of Mafia. Cadence finished all of Mafia. And Alyssa is rolling along with Mafia. Let's go on to period 3. Darrell, Morgan, Quinn, Kira, Gideon, Ariam, Christy, Jonathan, Austin, and Mirtha. And again, we've got several people working on Mafia every week. Darrell, Morgan, Gideon, and Christy. Nice job. And for period 5, Jaden, Monroe, Lucas, Sydney, Elise, Mackenzie, Cole, Joshua, Hillary, Lane, Tanya, Abigail, Kaylin, Zane, and Bree. And again for Mafia, we've got Lucas, Abigail, and Zane. And Tanya has completed Mafia. Nice job to everybody. Those are our shout outs for this Monday, June 1st. Next Monday, we'll do our shout outs. Plus, we've got to celebrate our birthdays over the last 30 days. Okay, so now, as we get ready for this week, hopefully you created something. There's several videos posted on the self-supporting Da Vinci Bridge. Okay? We've got several ways to build it. Now, I know not all of you have the actual model, the Da Vinci Bridge, but you can do it with popsicle sticks, pickup sticks, straws, right? Pencils. Lots of different ways to build a self-supporting bridge. Because this was COVID-19 and I've been collecting toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls, this is my version. This is what I'm going to actually use for our math assignment for the next 3 weeks. All right? So, page 1 and 2. You've got a packet, first of all, that hopefully you got in the mail. Here's your calendar. Make a plan for the next 3 weeks. Okay? We've only got 3 Mondays left together, only 3 virtual classrooms together. Okay? Make sure that you're submitting and participating in all your classes. When you open it up, it talks about the videos, what we're actually going to be learning. This is for next Monday, the St. Louis Arch. Okay? This is for our very last day when we make popcorn and we make little trays of volume. Master cheat sheet. Master cheat sheet for the entire 3 weeks. And then your certificate of participation. All right? So I've already signed it because everybody actually participated at least some. And so you're entitled to add this to your scrapbook. Okay? 20 years from now, you can look back and say, oh, I participated in online learning. Okay? All right. So let's get started today. Today, I have in the packet, now the actual packet, okay, if we got 12 lessons, that's 24 pages. You got that email. You don't have to print. Every page is posted. So here's page 1. It shows the links on how to access the videos on the self-supporting bridge if you choose to build one. Okay. It shows actual examples like this one, and nothing quite like this, but I built it. Now, when you flip the page, there's an actual graph provided. What I would like you to do is create a graph of a self-supporting bridge, okay? You can go to real world bridges, okay? You know that they go up and they go down, right? The whole goal of these 12 lessons is to prepare for Algebra 2. Algebra 2 is the study of real world math. We've got all our algebra skills, we've got all our geometry skills. How can we apply it to the real world? Serious. When we throw a ball up and we catch it, that creates this sort of a shape. That's parabolic in nature. It's a parabola. It's a quadratic. X squared. Serious. This bridge, 3 weeks from now, 12 lessons from now, you will actually be able to create the equation for that bridge. I'm serious. That's why I wanted to start with this. 1, it's fun. 2, it's real world. It exists. And you now have the skills to do this. I'm trying to prepare you for next fall. Okay? Mafia. I'm going to actually place you all in Mafia in such a spot so that we're getting ready for Algebra 2. We've got to review all of our algebra skills. So let's get started. So we've created a bridge. We have a measuring tool. If you did a small one, get a measuring tape, right? How high, how wide? How high, how wide? Okay? So we've got our graph. I want you to take this side, this point right here, and that's going to be on the origin. 0, 0. Okay? 1 data point. 0, 0. This point is 0, 0. It's going to go up, it's going to come down, and we want to measure across. So, grab our tools, and we're going to measure, and we are at 30 inches. You have a yardstick, great. Some sort of a measuring tool, 30 inches. So the bottom is in inches, and I want the other data point right there, 30, 0. Okay? So if you're just copying me, nothing wrong with that. If you created your own, do that. Okay? 0, 0, 8, 0. Okay? You want to do it that way. You want to use this one? 0, 0, 26, 0. Okay? All right. So I got 0, 0. I got 30 inches. Now I need the vertex. Okay? So we go over here. We measure, we measure, we measure. Kind of tough to measure because it's not perfect. I'm going to say 12 inches. All right? So now I'm going to go halfway. Halfway of 30 inches is 15. And I want to go up 12. Okay? 12. All right. Now, I know that it's parabolic in nature. Connect the dots, and I have my bridge. I have modeled this here. Okay. The reason to do all this is to refresh our memory of all the important vocabulary on a graph. Okay? So, the y-intercept. Bingo. Mark it. So on your graph, mark the y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept is 0, 0. The x-intercepts, boom, 0, 0, 30, 0. Okay, I'm actually going to mark them off to the side. 0, 0, 0, 0, 30, 0. the vertex, the highest point, 15, comma, 12. It's 12 inches tall. 15 over 12 high. So 15 comma 12. Now if you remember parabolas from Algebra 1, they're symmetrical, right? And there's this thing called the line of symmetry right down the middle. The line of symmetry right down the middle. Okay? So I'm actually going to use the dot, dot, dot like we used to. And that's our line of symmetry. And depending on your teacher, I used LOS. Some of your teachers called it the AOS for the axis of symmetry. Either one. That point for the line of symmetry we actually called X equals 15. So it's important that you write X equals 15. Okay? Today's lesson is all about vocabulary, refreshing our memory on the graph. X equals 15. Okay? Now, this is the learning piece, or reminding yourself. The zeros, the factors, the solutions. The solutions to all quadratics is the x-intercept. When the ball hits the ground, where the bridge reaches the ground, where the bridge reaches the ground. This is a solution. Okay? Y equals 0 right there. So x equals 0. X equals 0. X equals 30. How do we write those? Do you guys remember we would write this x minus 30? We would write this x minus 0. The factors, the solutions, the zeros, they're all synonyms for each other. Those are the x-intercepts. Okay, remind yourself of that. Okay? Wow, there's a lot on here. That is today's lesson. I wanted you to be creative. I'm hoping you're willing to use your creation. I'm going to use this one for the next 3 weeks. Since we did all this, remember our goal is to be able to model the real world mathematically. I'd like you to add one more thing before we call it quits today. The actual equation. So somewhere on your paper, y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That's the standard form. We don't have that. Not today. But we do have this. I'm going to write it right here. Y is equal to, leave a space, x minus 0 times x minus 30. That's the factored form. What we don't know, we do not know yet, is how to get this. So I'm going to put a green box right here. Put a little green box right there. We're going to come back next Monday and revisit this problem because we're going to be ready to calculate the green box in such a way that it models this to within a minute, like a 1/10 of an inch. That's how close we're going to get with the equation. Serious. But this takes a little bit of algebra. We're going to spend the next 3 days this week remembering our algebra skills, the distributive property, factoring, and all those neat sort of things to make sure that we can get the value that goes right here that makes this nearly perfect. Serious. All right. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope that this inspired you. I hope you built something. I hope you're willing to share with me, snap a photo of what you have created on the Da Vinci self-supporting bridge. Have a great Monday. Don't forget our shout outs. I hope I see you this afternoon in the virtual classroom. Bye-bye, everybody.